Fantastic.
Good afternoon, Whalecoin Talk community. We have Delta8 Exchange in the house today, and to speak about the project here is Mr. Ali. So before we get started, Ali, maybe you can give us a quick breakdown of the team and their experience with crypto, and if they have any real-world experience, anything like that, that kind of comes hand in hand into the protocol that they're building here.
Yeah, of course. I appreciate it. So basically, Delta 8 Exchange, we're, a decentralized bank pretty much. Anything that you could do with banking, you'll be able to do with the exchange. And what we're doing is setting up Web3 point of sale systems for merchants so that way they could transact with fiat and have lesser fees than your typical day to day Visa, MasterCard, American Express transactions, things like that. We want to be able to offer fintech, into the world. Most new cryptos that launch, obviously, we have meme coins. We have all these, these projects that are pretty much useless. And what we did is we took about 9 months to start building out our technology first. That way we could come out with a strong utility and a use case. And our exchange should be public by June. And then after that, by the end of the year, we want to go ahead and develop our own blockchain. Basically, to sum it up, it's literally just a decentralized bank, and we're going to be building it up step by step. Our team, if you look at our pitch deck, we have some serious hitters on there. We have Landmark Group, Splash Fashion Brand. Me personally, I'm a heavy day trader on the Dow Jones. We got some crypto whales in there. Life experience. I'm US based. The company's US based. Sorry, I'm just connecting to the Bluetooth. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. And as far as like life experience, day-to-day stuff, corporations, I was a team leader at Rocket Mortgage, which is just more.
Oh, I think we lost you there, Ali.
Telegram when people call and stuff like
Oh,
that. You guys still there?
yeah. We can hear you
Yeah,
now.
no,
Yeah,
no
you're back.
problem. So as far as like, yeah. So as far as life experience and corporate infrastructure, me myself, I am the founder of the company, one of the founders. My background is very extensive. I was a leader at Quicken Loans Rocket Mortgage at one point in my life, and I helped revamp all their sales plays and everything. And they're currently the number one mortgage company in the country. So our experience is really deep in finance and really deep in crypto and really deep in trading. So we're trying to correlate everything. That way we could give users a full decentralized experience, as unregulated as possible, to sum it up.
Right. Yeah, it sounds super interesting. And you said you've been building for a few months now. So what's been built already, and what's there to come? Sort of where are you, like on the timeline? What's going on right now, and how can people get involved?
Great question. So what we built so far, uh, we've out of our own pocket, we finished funding the exchange. So that should be public by June. Right now, we're finishing implementation, alpha, and beta testing. The exchange will have all the same features as Coinbase and Binance, at about 20 to 30% cheaper in fees. You'll be able to exchange between blockchains. We're going to offer 9 different fiats for different countries. It's on the last page of our white paper. We'll have the Mexican peso fiat, the USDT fiat, Canadian, Australian, European. Working on AED. I don't think that they have a fiat right now. China, Hong Kong, a couple more. And then we've created our smart contract, but we haven't deployed it to the market. And we have lossless integration on there. You guys know lossless is a really big crypto right now. They help you recover lost funds or stolen funds. That's going to be good for the exchange in case anybody deals with hacking or lost funds or sends stuff to the wrong address. That's done. Um, what's coming in June when the exchange launches, we're going to fill liquidity and start volume trading and submit our listings to CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. And then September, the next thing that's going to come out is the Web3 point of sale system terminals. And we have contracts in Mexico and in the United States that are immediately going to kick in profits and volume. And then at the end of the year, we're going to scale it and start building our own blockchain.
Sounds like you guys have some interesting plans coming here, and I was also looking at I think the pitch deck or either the white paper at some of the services that you're offering, and you're also building a wallet, a mobile wallet. Is that going to be a sort of a dApp for your phone, or is it going to be only for desktops? How is that going to work?
All of them, iOS app, Android app, and web app.
Okay, so people will be able to use it on any device, and then you also mentioned fiat integration, so they're probably going to be able to link their credit cards to it and buy or sort of hold their funds and then
Everything.
exchange it for crypto.
Correct. Everything. Where you're going to be able to use Apple Pay. I think it's Google Pay. I'm not too familiar with Androids, but whatever it is that Androids use, you're going to be able to use debit cards, credit cards, and bank transfers and deposit. You're not going to have to go through a middle page like Transact or MoonPay or anything like that. So we're going to be about half the fees. For example, we're going to be half the fees of MetaMask.
That that sounds really interesting. I'm curious, how did you manage to do this? Like, did you have a team of people that's building it, or is it built as outsourced, or who's working on the system?
No, we have a full team of people. On the pitch deck, you'll see our CTO. You could click on that. They've built a lot of financial apps, but just some credible ones that anybody would be able to think of. Petco, for example, NFL apps, different fintech apps. And, we have contracts set up directly with Wire, directly with Transact, like no outsource, no middleman. We're literally direct with Played, all of them. And all the volume that I've done on my businesses, I use Played for a lot of things. So I was able to scale in some serious discounts just from having previous transaction history with them.
Right, right. Yeah, that sounds super nice. And I was also reading that you're looking at some crypto ATMs and spreading around some crypto machines. When is that gonna happen? Or where are the locations? Are you starting off with like a small and then branching out, or how's that gonna work?
We're going to start in Guadalajara, Mexico,
Hmm.
and a couple within the Detroit area, Wayne County, Michigan, because there's a need for it, especially with medical marijuana dispensaries, places that are legal for that. We're going to set up shop inside of those because right now they have a cash and bank problem, and those are already secure. But the crypto ATMs, we're going to do those more towards when we start building out our own blockchain. So
Hmm.
that way everything's not too expensive and tapping into the profits. Because if we have our own blockchain plus our ATMs with it, we don't have to sit there and pay Bitcoin fees and things like that.
Right. Yeah, that sounds interesting. And I take it you guys are already established as a business, or are you looking to incorporate somehow? And where are you gonna do it, and when?
We're already established as a business. We're an S corporation,
Hmm.
and we're legally set up in the United States.
Right. That sounds super cool. Like it's oftentimes that we see people come in here, saying they're gonna build a crypto wallet or I don't know, offer debit credit cards, but they don't seem to have like half of the stuff that you guys already are putting on the table. So, are you
Okay.
when is your token launching, or how far along the line? Where do you see that?
Right now, we're in private sale. Hence the reason why we're on AMA calls and things like that. I see it. What I want to do is have it launched towards maybe the middle of May, end of May. So that way it's simultaneous with the app exchange. That way we're going public with a utility versus speculation. So
Hmm.
I'd say about 30, 45 days maximum. It'll go public and we'll submit to CMC. We have direct contacts. We'll be listed on CMC probably within the first week.
Right. And with the private sale, how much are you looking to raise? And then are you gonna have I don't know, another pre-sale, or are you going straight to launching, or how's that gonna work? Which platform are you using to also do the private or the pre-sale?
The pre-sale we want to start right now. Um, After AMA, we'll be posting the coin form exclusively for Whale Coin Talk members to participate in the private sale. We're looking at a zero point 0.5 minimum on Ethereum, and then 3 ETH maximum. And then we're trying to raise, I'd say, 500,000 to 1 million max. One of our marketing plans, uh, we're we're going to be a little creative when the exchange launches too. We we have records set up with different hip hop artists. One that was already executed is with French Montana. We're going to launch a brand around that to go into medical dispensaries, based around Mona Lisa, because that's a song title. And on the back of each packaging, we're going to have the QR code to scan the DX8 exchange and start staking coins and buying them. So for sure within 30, 45 days, and we want to raise about 500,000 to $1 million.
Okay, that's a fair amount, I would say, to get it started. And once the exchange is live, I take it you'll first onboard the blue chips, the Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the top dogs, and then as time moves on, you'll probably allow other tokens to be listed. And I'm curious, what are some of the requirements for some of these other tokens that would want to be listed? Do you have like a flat fee? Do you have like how will that work?
Great question. It's on the last page of our white paper. I'm actually glad that you asked that because that's a question a lot of people don't ask. Um, it's going to be based off team voting.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want, and no disrespect to anybody in here, because I know there's believers in SHIB. I know there's believers in Doge and all these meme coins. But one of the biggest things that we're going to stray away from is allowing those kind of projects to list on our exchange. We only want credible projects uh, that have been around or that actually have a use case and a real utility. So we're not really going to put a fee on it. It just depends case by case. But of course, depending how big our exchange gets, that's how much we're going to scale in on charging. If we get as big as Coinbase, we're going to charge heavy amounts to be listed. But we're also going to turn away, not all money is good money. We're going to turn away cryptos that we don't think have a good use for the public.
Right, right. Yeah, it sounds interesting that you say that because well, I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate here, if I may, because some of these meme coins and sort of low utility coins, they oftentimes outperform tokens that have strong utilities. So by not allowing these on your exchange, aren't you kind of shooting yourself in the foot? Because that's like a lot of people actually do trade some of these meme coins or community coins or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, correct. That's why we're going to leave it up to the community to vote on the most part. If it were up to me, I still wouldn't. But then again, it's not up to me. It's up to the community. That's one of the biggest things that we do. The community has control of everything. So if SHIB wants to list with us and we got 10,000 members in the Telegram and 6,000 vote yes and 4,000 vote no, there's not much left to do. We got to list it.
Okay, okay. It's great that you're listening to the community. So I'm thinking maybe later down the line, are you looking at implementing some sort of DAO system, like maybe like a hybrid system for a DAO or anything like that?
Yes, I'd love to do that. I don't have much experience in
Oh, I think you've broken up again.
time a call comes in, it pauses it.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
But
you're back now. Yeah.
yeah, no, every time a call comes in, it pauses. No problem.
Mhm.
So yeah, we have team members with experience. As far as DAO systems, like two of our team members are really, really tight with, the creators of DAO Maker. So
Mhm.
eventually we do want to have our own DAO, and my team's experience should help set that up for sure.
Yeah, it sounds good. I know a lot of people are going for sort of, well, not full DAOs, but sort of like a small hybrid version where people can actually do proposals, but at the same time they won't be able to have proposals saying, okay, move 100% of the marketing wallet here, or anything like that. You know, it'll be rather voting on smaller changes, and then for the big ones, you can have the team actually put those forward. And I think it's pretty important to I don't know, listen to the community, but at the same time, when you're building a protocol such as this, right? I don't know if the community would actually know better, right? So sure, listen to them, but at the same time, you gotta keep it a little I don't know, you keep it to the professionals, right? The way that it'll be built. And I was also reading that you're gonna offer some business cards, some not business cards, like crypto cards. Is that gonna be straight after the DEX's launch, or is that for further down the line?
It literally cut out for the last 20 seconds again. I don't know what's going on with Telegram.
Okay, can you hear me now? Is it better?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
What
talking.
was it? Did you ask?
I was saying that I read about a crypto card somewhere on the website, I believe. Is that going to be
Yes.
sort of a card that people can just fuel with their crypto and then go around and use it? And is that going to be
Yes.
available at when you guys are launching, or is it later down the line?
It's going to be available, I'd say, within 30 to 40 days after we launch the exchange. That way we could scale the metrics of how many users we have so we could just order, X amount and make it a feature for them to ask for it.
Right, and is
But
it
they'll be able to use it
right?
anywhere.
Anywhere. That was like my next question. Where will it be available? Is it going to be available sort of worldwide, or are you starting with like you mentioned earlier with Mexico and then moving to the States and so on?
No, we're aiming for worldwide. I'm in discussions with Played right now
Mhm.
about how it would work so we could get it set up. I don't have all the details, so I don't want to promise anything and then, look like the bad guy if something different happens. But the goal is to immediately have it go everywhere. Kind of
Right.
like CoinZoom in a way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know some people try to offer cards and they kind of get a lot of pushback from sort of some regulated parts of the world or some even unregulated parts where they kind of struggle to get in. So I'm curious to see how you guys are going about it, and I hope you do, because one of the things that I tell people is it's not enough to have crypto. It's not enough to have crypto gains. What's important is to actually go ahead and spend it, right? And I feel like that's the easiest way for people to do it, right? You trade on an exchange, you make a little bit of profit, and then you can take the profit, put it on a card, whether it's virtual or even a physical card. It makes no difference, right? As long as you can actually spend some of your money, buy some shoes, buy some, I don't know, some lunches, whatever it is that you do, you got to spend it. So I love to see people that actually have this on their roadmap and a strong plan to bring it to everyone around, right? Because sure, some regulation may be a little bit difficult, and some countries might report it, some might not. But in the long run, I think it's important for the average investor to kind of have the full package, right? Not just putting money into crypto and investing, but also a good way of taking it out and then using it. And I take it the exchange will have the possibility for people to withdraw to their bank accounts as well. And I think I was reading about staking for liquidity, so there'll be staking options as well.
Yes, correct. All of the above. Staking options, we're looking at two different companies. I was talking to Anchor about it to see what they offer. And, I'm trying not to go the traditional route everybody does, which is Unicrypt. I'm trying to find the best one um, for the community. We hope that maybe on a low end 10%, on a medium to high end 20. So we're still working on finding the right company.
hmm hmm Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you gotta find what's best for your protocol, to be honest. And then, oh yeah,
Sure.
for the card, I was also wondering, are you gonna plan on doing anything like the Crypto.com or Binance are doing with the cashbacks on your purchases? Anything like that for people that either hold your native coin or people that have holdings in general in the exchange?
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna start with cashbacks. I say at about 1.5 to 3%. And then when we have our own blockchain, we're obviously going to have way more control over fees. So we should be
Mhm.
able to offer more at that point.
And with your blockchain, I guess this is a little bit later down the line, but what's sort of your vision? Do you plan on making it an EVM compatible, or do you plan it to have it sort of just to settle your transactions within your ecosystem so it kind of fits to what you're building?
Um, a little bit of both.
Hmm.
That way, we're not restricting the masses by trying to be too customary, and at the same time, adding some customization that will separate us from everybody else. We want to build our blockchain off renewable energy. So right now we're doing research on hemp. They've already replaced batteries, and it's supposedly 8 times stronger than lithium. So if it's 8 times stronger than lithium, I can only imagine how quick the transaction speeds will be and how cheap they'll be. You know.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it sounds fair. It sounds like you guys are really looking into a lot of things, trying to make this work as best possible. And that's what I
Correct.
love to see. Like from what you've been telling us, it looks like the team has some real life experience that they're bringing over to crypto, and it's not just something that people are saying, yeah, we'll build it in a year's time or anything like that. It looks like you're uh, on track with what you want to deliver. Um, okay, let's see. Before I move to some community questions, I see some hands are starting to get raised here. Maybe you can give us a little bit of what sort of marketing strategies you plan on using, because I know the question will probably come up. So let's just get it out of the way.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. So pre-launch, we're gonna. Sorry, I cut out again. So pre-launch, we're gonna have the price at 0.00025. At launch, we're gonna have it at 0.00075. So it's going to be about a 300% return within the first 7 days. We're going to aim to take the market cap from 1.5 million to 15 million within the first week. Um, with marketing, let me go over the first 7 day plan with you in a second. So on day one, we're going to do posts and YouTube, Altcoin Daily, Chico Crypto, BitBoy Crypto. Day two, we're going to do SEO and target markets towards the above YouTube campaigns. And then we're going to do a press release run, Forbes, Yahoo Finance, MarketWatch, Coinpedia, Crypto Times, New York Times, AP News, Benzega, Market Insiders, yada, yada, yada. And then Twitter campaign, I'll drop a link in the chat. There's about 100 different ones we're going to utilize. We're going to start with the first 25 of that list that I drop in the chat. Then day three, we're going to continue to run up Twitter and Instagram and Facebook ads based on those Twitter posts. Day four, we're going to submit for CMC and CG listing, and we're going to flood whale chats. Day five, we're going to finish, the other 25% of the Twitter list and increase the algorithms within social media. Day six, we're going to do paid celebrity and influencer posts on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. And then day seven, we're going to start Google ads in target markets that implement crypto or use crypto very highly. We're going to run Dex tool ads for about 2 weeks thereafter. And then we're going to let them run for about 30 days altogether. And then after day 30, we're going to drop the brand within the dispensaries based on the Mona Lisa record and put some Mona Lisa NFTs out there that correlate with that record with French Montana. And on all the packaging, you'll have the QR code that leads to the exchange as well as the option to buy the crypto and stake liquidity. And then from there, just continue to go crazy. We have really high connections in the hip hop community with execs, producers, and A-list artists. So we plan to utilize the shit out of those. Right now, we're trying to get future. We've already had talks with Lil Baby's management team. We're not feeling the price, but we're still working on it. So these things, they're all there. You know, we have contacts with the radio stations, all FM and satellite, all major DJs in America. So besides just having our own crypto, I mean, we could have our whole home marketing team where people would pay us hundreds of thousands of dollars to blow something up. So we're definitely going to take this to the top. We have resources that people pay a lot of money for.
Yeah.
And it's all going to go into this.
I completely agree. Well, some of these influencers or top tier influencers can be a little bit on the pricey side for sure, but it's nice to see that you guys are looking at the option. You know, everybody has a favorite influencer, everybody has a favorite chain, everybody has a favorite call channel and whale channel and all that. You know, so the more of these you can hit up, you know, the more people will be happy to jump on board because there's a lot of hand holding that needs to be done still in the crypto space for people to actually be able to be a little bit more engaged with a project, with a protocol, and see how it grows and actually use it, and then yeah, take it to some really nice levels. Now I know I see a lot of hands up here, so I'm gonna start calling on community. But before I do, I know you guys are gonna also be offering loans. I was curious if options or leverage trading will also be available, and also if there's something that I forgot to ask or anything that you want to add before we go to community questions, please do so.
Got you. I appreciate it. So we believe in step by step. You know, we're going to start with the exchange first. You know, allow users to simply purchase, deposit, do all that good stuff. Leverage trading. We're going to build out a platform that's integrated in our exchange towards the end of the year. We didn't want to start it out that way and come out with too many tools, kind of like a Yahoo in a way. We want to be more simple like Google. But yeah, down the line, we're going to add all of those features. But right at start, just the exchange, liquidity, debit cards, credit cards, bank deposits, transfers, and the Web3 point of sale systems and all that good stuff in the beginning. But the leverage trading towards the end of the year. And then everyone in the AMA today, they'll get a 3x at launch. And with our plans to go from 1.5 mil to 15 mil within the first week on market cap, we're aiming to do a 10x additional for the WCT members. We have over 200 alpha groups, some of which are connected to some of the biggest in the space, like Mini Doge, Satima, GM, Shiba, Kishu, that'll be involved in pushing during that week as well. So that's about it. If anybody has any questions.
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling on some community questions here. Are the is the pre-sale and private sale gonna be vested, and what sort of vesting schedule are you looking for? Are you looking at?
Vested.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, did I cut off? I was just asking if whether the private and pre-sale contributions are gonna have a vesting schedule attached.
Yeah, 7 days. It's that 7 day schedule that I went over as well for the marketing.
Okay. Sorry, I just missed that. Okay, let me just take on some community questions now. I see Syed Rahmat. Okay, Syed, go for it.
Yeah, thank you, Acti. Thank you, Acti. So I want to know that how users around the globe will be able to avail DX8 exchange services. I mean, these services will be only accessible to the holders, or everyone will be able to use them, exchange services.
It cut out again. So no, everybody will be able to use those services. It's not limited. The DX8 exchange is going to be an iOS and Android app anyways. So whether you have DX8 crypto or not, you'll be able to use it. The only thing you'll be missing out on is liquidity staking and the debit and credit cards if you don't hold DX8.
Okay, got it. And will there be any exclusive services or discounts for the holders?
Exclusive. Right now just the launch pretty much. The exclusive services will be the cashback rewards on the debit and credit cards. And also the the whole financial spectrum. When we get into loans and things like that, if you don't hold DX8X, those privileges are going to be very limited.
Okay, got it. And will it be necessary for the users to be KYC'd to the exchange for using the services?
Yeah and no. I mean, obviously, if you want to use your bank account and things like that, we're going to have to go through verifications and things. But I mean, if you just want to download the exchange and swap between cryptos, that's different. But it does require your ID and some KYC documents just to prevent fraud and for security purposes.
Okay, got it. So on your white paper, I've read that DX8 Exchange will offer clients a multifunction banking services platform, which will be hybrid system combining digital and traditional currencies. So I was wondering, and I also want to understand that DX8 hybrid system will enable user to have cryptocurrencies and traditional currencies on a single D app, or only the cryptocurrencies will be on the wallet.
Fiats. It'll be fiats.
Hmm.
There
So
will be both.
it'll be both fiats and cryptocurrencies all within that wallet app.
Okay, got it. And then we will also be able to transfer fiat to bank account if we want to anywhere in the world, right?
Correct.
Okay, got it. Got it. Thank you so much for answering.
No problem.
Okay, thank you. Let's move to Venice. Venice, you had a question? Go for it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ekti. I do have a couple of the questions to ask from the team. First of all, I read on the pitch deck about liquidities checking. I was wondering how does it work and how can users participate in this type of checking? Could you please explain what liquidities checking is?
Yeah, so when you stake your token, basically you lock it up and you collect interest on it. Uh, we're still setting up, between two different vendors, either around 10% on a low end or 20% on a high end, and you choose the lockup period. The longer you lock it up, the more you'll end up earning, and we'll additionally airdrop. Like, for example, if somebody locks it up for a year, they're obviously going to collect a lot of interest on it, but we're also going to airdrop additional token when their unlock happens.
Okay, great. I understood. And as your exchange has facility to transfer money worldwide, so I was wondering, do you have any plan to integrate your system with top money transfer companies like Western Union, MoneyGram, or if I choose that receiver gets the fiat money, if I send the crypto from your exchange, then how it will be possible?
That's a phenomenal question. I'm glad you asked that. I actually smiled when you asked that because we do have plans to approach Western Union and MoneyGram. Obviously, not now. We're not on their level yet. We're just in pre-launch at this time. When we get to a certain level of volume and reputation and brand awareness, we do plan to approach them to see how we can integrate. And the goal, objectively, I mean, if they don't integrate, God willing, we get big enough to where we don't even need them. But the way that you would exchange fiat worldwide right now, to answer that side of the question as well, you just same thing. If you have USDT, you get somebody's USDT address. You have Mexican peso tether, you get their tether address. If they can't find one, they download the DX8 exchange. That's why we're offering a lot more fiats than almost all the exchanges right now.
Okay, that's really great. And I also know that for the beginning, you have certain cryptocurrencies listed on your exchange, but you will list new projects that are potential according to you on your exchange. So I was wondering, do you also have a plan for the IDOs of the new projects listing on your exchange, and people can participate in it after generating some volume daily? Like there is an exchange, Hubi exchange, if you know about that. They are doing IDOs and they have a requirement for holding their native token or generating volume to be participated in the IDOs. So do you have any plans like them?
Yeah, we're not going to discriminate. You could be a new token, you could be an old and existing token. We're going to go through an extensive background look before we list, though, to sum it up, and let the community vote. We're going to let people submit, no problem. New projects, old projects, they're just going to have to qualify, if that makes sense, because we don't want users of the exchange, especially new users in crypto. I mean, we were all a new user at one point where we'll get excited about different altcoins and, we'll learn the hard way. We want to try to prevent that as much as possible for new users adapting the exchange as well. So that way we have a safe and clean reputation.
Okay, that's awesome. And you also have plans to build your own blockchain. So I want to know, will you migrate your whole project onto it in future when you successfully launch your blockchain? And
Yes.
you might have, yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, 100% we're going to migrate. And when we get to that bridge, if migration is a problem, then we'll just create it as a secondary and gradually transition over so nobody is at a loss of anything.
Okay, and you might have done your research on current available blockchains and found some limitations or disadvantages of them. So I was wondering what gap you're gonna fill through your blockchain in this crypto world.
Renewable energy. Nobody's really built a blockchain off renewable energy. And what that comes with: A, it's bad for the ecosystem and the earth. B, high gas fees majority of the time because you're dealing with so many different servers that have to run, so to say. So we want to build it off renewable energy, make it good for the environment, the ecosystem, which will, speed up transactions and make them a lot cheaper.
Yeah, that's a really awesome idea, and I really appreciate you. I have one more question to ask you because
Thank you.
you have a lot of great plans for crypto and traditional money. So I was wondering, do you guys have any plans to integrate your system so we can pay utility bills or other bills from it? So do you guys have any plan for these kind of things?
It hasn't crossed my mind until now. I'm definitely going to note that down. That would be a brilliant idea.
Okay, that's great.
I'd say
Yeah.
we'd have to be really big to get to that point, to call DTE or Consumers Energy and allow payments to come through there. But I think it's possible. Nobody's done it.
Yeah, that would be amazing, and I really appreciate you because you have answered all my queries, and thank you so much.
No
Thanks.
problem. Thank
Oh,
you.
Yeah, thank you, Venice, for the questions. I know we kind of go through a lot of things pretty fast here, and we assume sometimes people are familiar with how DeFi works in its totality, but sometimes people are a little. I'm not saying they're new, but maybe some of the technical aspects are a little foreign to them, and I know you asked about liquidity staking. So basically, what exchanges do is they offer incentives for people, for liquidity providers, right? Because a huge exchange needs a huge amount of money. So if people choose to lock their money in the exchange, then they will get some incentive to actually hold it there. So it's a win-win situation. The exchange has a lot of liquidity, and they can offer a lot of pairs and a lot of liquidity pools, right? And then the staker gets some tokens in return or other benefits. That's sort of the the, the gist of it in a few words. Okay, let's go to Aisha. Aisha, you had a question? Go for it.
Yeah, thank you, Akti. Okay, I want to know that do you have your own legal team as different countries and regions have various barriers and regulations regarding cryptocurrencies? Are you willing to embrace regulations set by various governments when expanding DX8 exchange services?
Yes, we do have legal teams in United States. We have in Mexico, and we have in the Middle East, UAE. So we're setting everything up to meet uh, all of their KYC and regulations, basically. And then what was the other question?
Okay, that's really great. Okay, I was wondering that in future, do you have any plan of opening offices in different countries or regions as well?
Yes, absolutely. We do want brick and mortar locations. Right now we have one in Michigan, United States. Um, we're setting one up in Guadalajara, Mexico, and then in about 2-3 months, I'm meeting with my team in Qatar and Dubai to scout location over there, so we could have a ground team in all of these areas.
Okay, thank you for answering.
No problem.
Thank you, Aisha. Let's go to Caleb A. Caleb A, do you have a question?
Hey, Axie. Hey, Ali, how's it going?
Pretty good, Caleb. How are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I just want to get a clarification in regards to your conversation earlier. Did you guys see you coming up with a swapping system?
Yeah, swap and send system. It's pretty cool. I mean, there's a demo on our website, I believe. Just scrolling through to get an idea of the functionalities. But we made it the middle button of the app. You just click the middle button. You'll be able to swap between cryptocurrencies and fiats, even ones on different blockchains, and just keep clicking the middle button for it to go through successfully.
Okay, because I was wondering, probably it's just gonna be your own token that you'll be able to swap and send, or is other coins or meme coins are gonna be applicable on the swap exchange?
Whatever's listed on the exchange will be capable of swap and send for sure. Anything that's listed on the exchange, starting with the ones that we put on the last page of our white paper on the website, and then anything that we list, you'll be able to do it with.
And don't you think it's kind of I mean looking at a pancake swap, it's really well known by people, and people are kind of familiar with that, and I think people kind of say it's still the best. But I'm not trying to say that you can overtake something and stuff like that. But I mean, how will you convince people to get to use that, compared to a pancake swap out there?
Great question. I mean, human behavior. Who wants to open up an app and go to their browser and type in pancake swap? I mean, if you remember when you were a new user, when we were all new users, it was hell doing that. And that's part of the biggest reason why a lot of barriers are still in place where people don't adapt to crypto because of that, you know? In the beginning, when people start, they go on Pancake Swap and they might send something to the wrong address or do something totally wrong when they do the conversion and end up with excessive different fees because they made a mistake. You open up your app, imagine instead of going to your menu and going to your browser and then going to Pancake Swap and then pasting the contract address, that's 4 steps right there that you can avoid by just opening your app and clicking a middle button.
Oh,
Makes it easier.
that's really awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Thanks so much, Ali. Thanks, acting.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Caleb. I see we have one more hand here. Afifa. Afifa, do you have a question?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
My question is, how do we acquire your native project token, and why is it important to hold it from an investment point of view?
What was it again? How do you get the token basically?
Yeah, I think that's what she was asking. How do you acquire the native token? I think was the question, and why should it be held?
Okay, so right now, the token we're gonna put a form in the chat that everybody could fill out, and you'll be airdropped the token. So there's about 100 private sales spots available for WCT, and then we'll be closing the form. So I'm gonna drop that in the chat, and you'll be able to acquire the token right away. That's pretty much it. And why you should hold, I mean, honestly, you'd have to ask yourself that as an investor. We laid out the roadmap. We laid out the details. We laid out what separates us from everybody else. We laid out everything different that we're doing. We laid out the amount of money that will be staked or interest that will be staked when you hold. So it's entirely up to you guys as investors.
Yeah, we do have
Yeah.
the official links in chat, guys. If you want to read more, if you want to go through the white paper, go through the pitch deck, and see there's a lot of numbers there as well, right? Like it's not just tokenomics. There's the breakdown of some of the fees. There's like a lot of interesting stuff. So really check it out. I see one more hand here, Rushler.
Yeah,
Rushler.
and then the
Okay.
last thing to answer on FIFA, why everybody should hold. I mean, within the first week, you're gonna 10x. We're gonna go from a 1.5 million market cap to a 15 million market cap, 00025 to 00075. So that's another reason. Yeah, I think that answers the question. I'm ready for the next user.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I think Afifa was muted. I don't think she had another question. Afifa, do you have another question? But I don't think so, right?
Yeah, I have another question.
Okay.
Sure.
Thought audit will be done by three firms, which is also important. But how can you prove transparency in your project?
We've already done an audit with hacking. The audit is on the website.
Okay, Afifa, I hope that answers your question. Um,
Yeah.
I know Hacken is
Okay.
right. Thank you for the question, Afifa. Yeah, Hacken is a pretty rich, reputable company. I know I was kind of speeding through a lot of the things here, so we might have missed a few of the details that people like to ask about. That's why I'm pointing everybody to go to the website to get the details. I was trying to sort of get the cliff notes of everything, right? We can ask about tokenomics audits and team size and stuff like that. I was trying to go for a more high level approach. So yeah, we went over the wallet, the card payments, the integration with bank, financial loans. You can use crypto at ATMs in the future. There's going to be a lot of Web3 point of sale systems integration as well. Forex trading. What else? And did we miss anything, Ali?
No, and then later down the line, leverage trading, we'll be adding that.
So there you
That's
have it,
about it.
guys. And you've mentioned you're gonna have a form up for people that want to get involved, and we'll be more than happy to post that in our main chat for people to check out themselves. There's also there's some docs and documents that people might have not seen, but there are links to it where it breaks down sort of the sort of spending for processing the banking transaction, and then how that will break down throughout the coming years for people that are more interested in looking at some projections or some numbers, and then what sort of what sort of revenue you're expecting, what sort of taxes you're expecting to get, and fees on extension on expenses. So that's all available for everybody, listening in. I didn't want to ask about it to, when you spew a lot of numbers to people, they kind of tend to tune out. So if you're interested, guys, just go to the official website, uh, join join the Telegram, get involved, and get some more information like that. So Ali, I know there's been like some people joining in. Late as we usually do. So if you would like, can you please do a quick sum up of who you guys are, what you're building, and why should people invest?
Yeah, no, of course. I'll do a quick sum up again. So, again, DX8 Exchange, we're a decentralized digital bank made simple. We offer 9 different fiats, 15 different cryptocurrencies to start. You will be able to purchase, withdraw, deposit, do everything that you could do with a high-end exchange with your debit card, credit card, Apple Pay, Google Pay, bank deposits, etc. transfer money around the world to different users like you would with Western Union, but as simple as a button in fiat. We're already off the bat 50% cheaper than MetaMask. We're going to have Web3 point of sale systems set up, so merchants will be able to use debit cards, credit cards, things like that. You're going to be offered 10 to 20% in staking annual interest, and you'll be able to cross between blockchains, much more efficiently than Uniswap and PancakeSwap, so to say. And that's it. Pretty much everything you could do with a bank, you'll be able to do with our exchange. We're going to be on iOS, Android, and web app at launch, and then end of the year, our own blockchain, middle of the year, point of sale systems on the Web3. So again, merchants can transact through fiats and can break away from, traditional banking and stuff. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love to see people building robust protocols and easy to use solutions for people that are not as familiar with crypto as some of us, right? Because at the moment, for your average user, it's a little difficult to get on and start trading, and then maybe not as hard as getting on an exchange. But then if you want to trade some of these other coins and go to a certain blockchain and all that, it can be a little difficult. So if you guys are getting a piece of that huge market share that's coming into crypto, I believe I was reading it's only 2 or 3% adoption at best at the moment, which is not even early days. We haven't even gotten started, right? And it's been so many years already. And I think what's the best years of crypto are yet to come. So it's great to see people such as yourselves that have like a strong roadmap and a team that's backing it, and a pretty clear vision of where you want to go. So I wanna thank you for coming here today, Ali. It's been great talking to you. And if anybody else still has questions or wants to learn more, we have the official links right there in our main chat. I'm sure we can get everything cleared up. I see a few more hands. Do you mind if I try to take 1 or 2 more questions, Ali? I know we're coming up to the end here, so let's see.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll try Rich Boss. Let's see, Rich Boss, do you have a question?
Yeah, man, I just joined your guys' group, man, and I just want to get a little more feedback on like what you guys do and how you guys operate and stuff like that.
Rich Boss, I appreciate you. Are you referring to DX8 or the WCT group?
Actually, none of them. Actually, one of my friends just recommended you guys, and he was telling me to come and to give you guys a look and see. So like I said, I just want to hear a little feedback on how you guys operate and stuff like that.
Oh, I got you. I think that's a question for the WCT group he's referring to.
Yeah, thank you, Rich Boss, for joining the community. We have what we do here is we do AMAs with different projects that come in to talk with us. And right now we have Ali here from Delta8 Exchange, and he's been giving a pretty thorough presentation of what they're building, what they're putting forward in the coming weeks and months. And now we were up to community questions. That's why I unmuted you. I thought you were listening in and had a question for him. But stick around. We have more coming, and you'll kind of get a feel of where this is going. Let me try one more, since this wasn't actually addressed to you. Ever, gotcha. Crypto World. Ever, are you there, Mr. Crypto World? You have to unmute yourself. No?
One more question for me. What is your guys' process, to get, for, if you want to get listed, like to do an AMA with you guys?
Oh, we can post the details in our main chat when we're done in a few moments here. Basically, you can just look at the group info and you'll find the information there. Let me try JS. JS, do you have a question?
Hey, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Listen, first and foremost, thank you so much for hosting this AMA. This was exciting. Ali, a few questions for you. Was your legacy project in the cannabis and marijuana space? Because being an American and also being somebody who's, with the legalization of the marijuana, trade. It's a $1 trillion industry. I have a Big Four background, and I do a lot of deal strategy for cannabis and pharmaceuticals. I definitely see this actually helping that whole industry in North America and Canada.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you bringing that up, man. Yes, so the exchange in itself, of course, like a decentralized bank, we'll call it your hub, so to say. And then on the Web3, when we build out the point of sale system terminals, one of the merchants it's really going to help a lot is cannabis merchants, because right now they're a cash-based only business. And you know, I have a lot of connections with, you know, Cookies, Hard in Las Vegas, and major dispensaries, you know, all across America. And the number one thing that they deal with is they have to deposit their cash into an institution within 72 hours. And almost all the time, the biggest complaint that I hear from them is their institutions close their account. And you're talking about accounts with $500,000 to $1 million to $5 million to even $10 million in it. And they got to wait 10 days, 14 days for their money to come in a cashier's check, and then find another bank that will take it and accept it. And it sets them back when they deposit that check, another 14 days for the funds to clear off hold. They're just dealing with a big disaster, and they can't accept debit or credit cards. You know, so the biggest thing for them is when we create this Web3 point of sale system, they'll be able to accept debit and credit cards because they'll be able to convert to fiat and back, and vice versa.
Ali, this is a great conversation. I would love to. I'm going to reach out. I have some VC venture capitalist folks that would love to jump on this. I feel like this is the answer to $1 trillion problem. And this is, if this technology gets acquired by the likes of Stripe or any of these online folks, I think it's going to be something big. So I'll reach out. Thank you so much for your time today, and thank you so much, Whale Group, for setting this up. This is great.
My man, JS, thank you.
It's good to see some good utility in this space.
I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jess, for jumping in for that. And once again, guys, this has been Delta8 Exchange. We still have the chat locked here. You can get the official links right there. And Ali, it's been great talking to you. You guys are building something super cool. As you can see, like a few people are already excited in here. And yeah, it's been awesome talking to you. Thank you very much for coming today and putting this in front of our community.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to send over the form. Is there any way you'd be able to post it or pin it so they'd be able to go in there and purchase?
I believe we have a shared chat. So if you post it there or DM it to Ledizzle, yeah, he's in chat here as well, and he can.
Yeah, we got it already. Thanks. We'll be able to post it, and we'll be able to get some people on there for sure. Give us a little bit of time to get it organized.